What is going on, everybody? I'm very excited. Trade deadline day. Who won? Who lost? We're going to talk about a few teams, mostly Cleveland and Los Angeles. So, who is the big winner? Los Angeles and Cleveland. Let's break it down. Cleveland is giving up Isaiah Thomas, protected first-round pick, Channing Frye, for Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance Jr. Who won the deal? I'm going to tell you who won the deal. The Los Angeles Lakers won the deal. So bad. Because what nobody's thinking right now is that the Cleveland Cavaliers secretly just traded away LeBron James without actually trading him for literally nothing. And the reason why that is critical is because, one, LeBron James wouldn't have waived his no-trade clause, whatever, because, you know, he's in it to win it. He's going to sink or swim with this team. All fine and dandy. Was this all a part of some conspiracy theory to eventually end up in L.A.? One thing we know about L.A. is that, you know, they're a good team, good franchise. They're not going to, when they suck like they do now, they're not going to suck very long. They're not going to let that happen. The franchise is too big. They're not going to let that happen, especially with Magic Johnson calling the shots. And, you know, unless you stop getting tampering? Sorry, Giannis Antetokounmpo wasn't tampering. He just said he was a good player. Oh, well, whatever. Speak the truth, Magic. Overall, good deal for the Lakers. They ended up gaining a whole bunch of expiring contracts. Thomas and Channing Frye both are expiring deals. Got Julius Randle on an expiring deal. I'm expecting probably them to bring him back. But if you actually look at the core of the Los Angeles Lakers now, you got Isaiah Thomas, Lonzo Ball, Kuzma, Julius Randle, Brook Lopez. Not looking too bad. That's a pretty dang good team. And the entire plot behind this is to clear salary cap for next year so they can make a run at LeBron James and Paul George. And if you get LeBron James and a Paul George, you're instantly in the top 3 seeds of the West. And it also helps you compete with a Houston Rockets, a San Antonio Spurs, a Golden State Warriors. But is it enough to put you over the top? We don't know. I'm also hearing that eventually in 2019 that the Lakers will try to make a run at Klay Thompson. But that is here nor there. We still got a ways to go on that. So, who else did Cleveland bring into the deal? Or who should I say, who else did they get rid of? Obviously, they gave away Dwayne Wade for about a quarter. A literal quarter. They gave Dwayne Wade back to the Miami Heat for a second-round 2024 draft pick. Good job, Dwayne Wade. How'd you manage that one? Going home for nothing. Literally, I'm going to finish out my career in Miami, and I'm going to be a happy camper because if Miami lets him go again and Pat Riley lets him go again, he will be probably the most hated man in Miami. So pray to God that Pat Riley doesn't screw the pooch on that one. Who else did they give up? They gave up Derrick Rose, Amon Shumpert. Really, who didn't they give up? But in the Cavaliers' defense, they had to because the chemistry in Cleveland was so bad that they had to. They're bringing in a guy like George Hill to run the offense now at the point guard instead of a Derrick Rose or a Isaiah Thomas who could never get his foothold in Cleveland. I'm not sure if that's because he needed to knock off the rust more, but he struggled mightily. George Hill, veteran in the game. He's played in big games. He knows what he's doing. I'm sure he'll fit in just fine. Jay Crowder's gone as well. I don't even know where he went. I think Utah. Cleveland's also bringing in Rodney Hood, a great player. He comes off the bench. I could see him being 6th man of the year if he stayed with Utah. Do you guys like the moves by Cleveland? Because I just feel like they gave up so much, but I guess they needed to if they're going to change that chemistry. I mean, they got some good veteran players in George Hill, Rodney Hood. I'm probably forgetting another guy, but you know they gave up so much to get I think 3 players total. So this is probably the last run for Cleveland, and who knows what's going to happen to Cleveland after this. I mean, if LeBron James goes and you gave away so much, what are you going to have left at the end of the day? If you're Cleveland, you got to be saying this is all or nothing for the squad, because I really don't see LeBron James coming back or wanting to, especially because the guy's got a house in LA and Magic Johnson's got like 40 million that he could throw his way per year. So why the hell not? And he's got a guy that he can dangle in front of his chops and Paul George and say, Paul George, we're trying to get LeBron here. It would help a lot if you came in here, but that's 50 grand of tampering right there for Magic Johnson. So oops, sorry Magic, I spoke on your behalf. You'll be getting a fine in the mail. I'm sorry. Oh well, that's tough. Overall, really nothing else happened that's worth talking about in the NBA. Everything was so mute besides the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm not going to talk a lot about Luke Babbitt going to where'd he go? Like Atlanta. I'm not talking about Emmanuel Mudiay going to a team that just lost their star player in the New York Knicks. I mean, they got an explosive young player, but he's really never developed into something good. I mean, there's not much to say about it. Other than there's really not too much going on outside of Cleveland and Los Angeles. And obviously the big winner in the trade deadline was 100% the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, you gave up Jordan Clarkson and Larry Nance to a team, but Julius Randle's coming into his own. You got Kyle Kuzma coming into his own. Jordan Clarkson, it seemed like he could never get his moment over there. He was always coming off the bench. I think with Cleveland he'll get some more run, especially because he's going to become one of those players. So you guys tell me. I want to talk more NBA. We're going to be getting into the All-Star game. We're going to be talking about that. So if you want to hear more about the All-Star game, subscribe below, like the channel, check out my Facebook page, Shirley Sports, and we'll go over all of that, especially with the new dynamic of the All-Star game with them picking teams and so on and so forth. Obviously, we are under 50 days until opening day of MLB, so I want to talk about that some more. So if you want to hear more about MLB as that is coming around the corner, hopefully we're not dealing with a boycott, and hopefully we start to get some big names signed and that can get put to rest. So if you want to hear more about MLB, subscribe below, like the channel, let me know what you guys think, comment below. Who won the trade, the Lakers or Cleveland? Do you like the moves that Cleveland made? I think they needed to make them for chemistry, but I think they gave up a lot to do it. So let me know what you guys think below, and we'll be seeing you guys in the upcoming days. Later!